Good morning, writers. How are you today? I did get to walk the puppy, so hopefully she'll behave. Though right now she is tearing her way through a stuffed animal. It is her stuffed animal. She's allowed to tear up. Well, technically, I think it's Benny's, but yeah. Well, she's not running around. I don't have to yell at her every 2 seconds. That'll be great. Good morning, Molly. Yes, TGIF indeed. And I have book club tonight, and we have our Christmas parties. We're going to go paint pottery, and I'm so excited. I freaking love painting pottery. And tomorrow is our anniversary. We're 28 years married. So we are going to go Christmas shopping for the kids first in the morning. And then we'll what we're getting the kids is easy, but it's expensive. So we have to go look. They're young adults now, so they get one present, just like a bigger one, right? And then to celebrate our anniversary, we're just going to do our favorite thing and just go sit at a bar or the restaurant and just eat all of their food and drink a couple bottles of wine. And I've never used Uber like myself, like Zepha always does it. And I'm about to go on a trip with myself and Sarah, our acquisitions editor. And I was like, I need to know how to use Uber. So I'm going to do the Uber thing so I can learn how to do that. Can't be that hard. Everyone does it. But I like to practice a thing before, it becomes very important. I can't help it. I like to prepare. I need to prepare. And I don't have anxiety. I feel so bad for people who have anxiety, man. All right, Christina. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Christina. It is good to see you. And Annette. Hello, Annette. And Annette says hello to everyone and happy Friday. And Lindsay joined us. Look at that. You're on time 2 days in a row. Watching in her PJs today as feeling rough. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll have to see how Alicia's feeling today. Obviously, she's not with us yet. So we shall see how she is doing. I did have time to walk the dog, but not shower. It seems like I only have time for one or the other every morning. And I'll take walking the dog over showering because I can shower later. So, but, I mean, technically, I guess I could walk later, except she needs it first thing in the morning. And in the summer, when it's 9,000 degrees, it has to be first thing in the morning. I mean, we had times in the morning where it was still already 90 degrees by 7 a.m., right? So I need to keep that morning practice up. And Christina says, morning to Molly and Annette and Lindsay. And remember to do all the things. Hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Yay, I'm hydrating with my Earl Grey again. Courtney has saved my life. This has been the genius move. What's this, day 3 now? I freaking love it. Makes me so happy. Let's see. And Molly says hello to everyone. Sounds festive, Kelly, right? Right? I think it's a good celebration. We're going to spend way too much money on dinner, and I don't feel guilty. It's 28 years. I think we could spend some money on dinner. Let's see. Ren says hello to everyone. Christina says hi, Ren. Annette says congratulations and happy anniversary. Thank you very much. And Christina says congrats on 28. Thank you. We're old married couple. I mean, we've been an old married couple since it was like 7 years in, but Ren says, hello, Ren. Good morning. It is good to see you. Congrats on 28 years. Thank you. Molly says, after a couple of bottles of wine, Uber sounds perfect. Yeah, that's the point, right? So that's the normally we go somewhere and I just drive home. But for this, I'm like, nah, we're both going to drink. Let's go. Christina says, we don't have Uber up here. You don't have Uber? How do you function without Uber? I didn't know you lived in a small town. You live in a small town? They even had Uber where my brother was, which is, Mishawaka. It's a pretty small town. Interesting. Molly says hello to Ren and Greg. Hello, Greg. Good morning. Happy anniversary. We are 7 years behind you. Oh, such a young, sweet couple. Newlyweds almost. And Molly says, happy anniversary. Hi, Greg. And Greg says, I am here, but boy, oh boy, it is reluctant. I understand. It's been reluctant for me for weeks, which is why, again, remember, I've changed it up. I'm going to stay here until I get to 500 words. Hopefully it'll be early because I have a lot of stuff to do this weekend. So hopefully that anxiety will just make me get to that 500 quickly enough that we will just do the 3 normal sprints. Quite frankly, if I get the 500 right away, I'm going to finish this book that I need to, because this is the next thing that's driving me crazy. And then after that's the dishes. So I'll be able to do that after this is over. I mean, the dishes in like 3 days. There's so many. We haven't cooked either, but still, there's so many dishes. Let's see. Alicia's getting signed in. Excellent, excellent. So we will wait till Alicia gets here, and then we will start our first sprint. So I will be writing today. Let's see what words I am at, so I know what my 500 is. Excuse me, how rude. Very, very rude. 4, 4, 2, 3, 7. And then we will start. I hear Alicia.
Hello.
You poor thing. You're getting sicker instead of better?
No, this is the coughing portion.
Oh, I got you. Your body's like, clear it out, clear it out.
Yeah, it's now, all the mucus happening.
Gotcha.
But I'm here. I got stuck behind a semi-truck on the way home.
I love it. I love it. All right. I am at 44,237, which means I cannot end sprints until I get to 44,737.
I don't know where I'm at. Hold on.
You're like, I don't know. I'm here. That's where Greg's at today, too. I'm here. He's in chat.
What was that about an anniversary? I vaguely heard something.
We have our 28th anniversary is tomorrow, Kevin's and mine. So I know we're old married couple. Yep.
Me and Alan's will be 20 on the 28th.
Yep. You're more in Greg's level of years of marriage. See, when I tell people I'm an old lady, they don't believe me until they actually hear numbers.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody still thinks I'm in my late 20s.
Which
I guess is a good thing. But
when I got my nails done the other day, and there were some retired women there, because I did it in the middle of the day, right? And there were some retired women there, and they were like, they were talking age or something. I was like, yeah, I get it, man. I'm 50, and they're like, you are not.
I get that. Yep.
Yeah.
I still get carded for alcohol sometimes at the grocery store.
That I don't do. I'm finally old enough that does not happen anymore. So, yeah.
And it's so funny because it's like a quick look. They're like, oh, your birth year begins in a 19. You're good.
That's all I
need. I'm like,
really?
That's what you needed to see?
Like, oh, so sorry. You're way older than I thought. Oh, thanks. Right? I think. Hold on.
Right? My word count is at 40,205.
There you go. Excellent. You are getting there.
And then I'm ready to go.
I love it. They're saying hello to you in chat.
Hello.
And Christina says, now we're an old married couple. Yes, it's exactly what we are.
Right.
We're still young enough to sit at the bar and eat the foods and drink all the wine, though. We're never going to be too old for that, just for the record.
Wine.
Wine's not even my favorite, but for this food, it works. Molly, I have a concurrent sprint this morning, so my hopes are with you, Kelly. Yes. That's right. You don't need me to stay the whole time. You've got someone else to go to. I love it. Under 6,000 people. Under 6,000 people in your town. You are in a tiny town. Holy moly, Christina.
I was going to say 6,000 people for what? But,
Yeah, that's pretty tiny. Can't even imagine.
Is it like a one stoplight and you blink, you miss it? Is it one of those type of small towns? Or do you have more than one traffic light?
I mean, they have a Walmart at least, right? We know they have a Walmart.
Ooh. There you go.
Annette says, I'm back to reviewing again. 2 more NetGalley arcs to get checked off, and then a couple of indies if I get time. Nice.
Ooh.
Greg says, bad news. I stopped yesterday assuming I would figure out the answer to the questions the character just asked before sitting back down today, and I didn't. Well, I know what you're doing first thing this morning then. might not be word progress, but it is writing progress. That counts. So there are different parts of writing. That's why I said I'm using word count now because that's the stage I am at, and I need to just get the word count in. So I've done all the research. That doesn't mean because I forgot what the monk's name. I couldn't spell his name. Don't ask me what monk, you'll find out in the book. But I was like, I need to find his name again. So that kind of thing is different, right? But actual research, I am past that stage. I can get the words in. You are not, Greg. This is your first draft. So just do that this morning. Find those answers.
I think one of my light bulbs just went out.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this one went out the other day. I had to have my son come and replace it. He's the only one tall enough to reach it with the stool instead of having to grab the ladder.
It's flickering, so that tells me it is dying. Yep. Yay. So if you see flashing,
it's not a ghost?
Yeah, you see flashing, it's just my light bulb dying. It's those like, I don't think they're LED. Maybe they are LED. Those like weird LED non-incandescent light bulbs.
Yeah, the ones they have in haunted houses. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the only one that would be haunting this house is Simon. He's a cat. But I don't know how he would get up there.
I don't know, but something freaked my dog out because she came to sit beside me. What? What? What?
She's like, Mom, you said the word ghost. Is there a ghost?
I know. She's like, protect me. Please, she doesn't know any words. She won't even sit when I tell her to. She's driving me crazy. Her terrible teens are the worst. They are just.
Did she get her walk this morning?
She did.
Woohoo!
And I think she is going to curl up for a nap. So success.
Yes.
All right. And Greg says, nah, I'm punting the answer to later. Future Greg can deal with it.
There you go.
All right. But I don't want to hear it from future Greg. Well, who am I kidding? I'll hear from future Greg. Bring it on. Christina says, no, we have a few lights, a Walmart, and a Myers. Wow. We are closer to 6,000 in the summer as we have a whole section of town that is only occupied from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Ah, you got a lot of snowbirds, huh? They go down to Florida for the rest of the time.
Yep.
Yeah, no, thank you. I can't. I mean, I live in the suburbs of Houston. It's too small. I want to live in Houston. We need to be surrounded by people of many ethnicities. Let me specify. Many ethnicities, languages. I love walking around and there's all kinds of languages being spoken I don't understand. It just makes me feel part of something bigger. And I love it. All right. Let us hit our first sprint. All right. Wish me luck.
You got
44737. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. right, there is our first sprint. And apparently was not enough panic for me because I did not write. So, it's okay. I mean, I could do 500 words in half an hour. I got 2 left. I can do this. I can do this.
You can do
What'd
it.
you do, Alicia?
I ate my breakfast. I got a little distracted. I got a message from my bookish group. One of them had her baby, and so she was saying that they did their 2-week checkup, and so they have concerns. So I said, keep me posted, and I managed to type 262 words.
Nice. I don't know how you did after hearing that news. That's terrifying.
I
You have
know.
1,000 things go through your brain. You know what I mean?
I know. And I'm just sitting there also. Like, I've been kind of distracted too because I'm like, what all do I need to get done before Christmas? And then there's a separate part of my brain going, what do I need to get done before the end of the year?
Yeah.
So everything is going on and I'm trying to focus on the story. And the story's like, yeah, no.
Yeah. That's what my problem is too. That is exactly my problem. Not
So
the exact same things, but the, all the things.
I'm trying to get all of the like rambling out of my head.
That's the hard part, quieting that nonsense so I can get the words in.
Right.
And not panicking when I start to write. It's stupid. So if I do anything for too long, my brain starts to go, nope. Let's see if there was more luck in the chat. Christina said, oh, it's not the snowbirds. They're a vacation area.
Ooh.
They have ski hills and golf courses and lakes. That explains the summer. I was going to say, you're not going to have ski. I know it's cold Michigan, but I don't see the ski hills are going to work from Memorial Day to Labor Day. You know what I mean? But lakes, I get it. Lakes. And Christina said hi to Greg. And Alicia says, wow. Yeah, it's like a college town, right? When we lived in Bryan College Station during the summer, it was empty. Like no line for anything. And as soon as, because A&M is up there, so as soon as college started back in the August, then it was crowded everywhere, right? Traffic, all that, it's very, you could see the college towns.
Yeah.
Yep. And Christina says, guess what? Time Pirates is finally showing up on my recommended list. Woot woot. All right.
Ooh.
We've been consistent enough that they're like, yes,
you should watch this.
You should watch this. We used to have to go into the channel to find this live. That's fantastic. I'm so excited. And you said, yay. And Molly says, woot. And Molly says, yesterday, Jimmy Kimmel said 3 weeks until Christmas, and I freaked. Family Shindig will be on the 21st, planning gifting and baking today. You got this. Just take all the butter out now so it's soft, and then get to baking.
Right? Listen, I have to do baking, and I haven't even decided what kind of cookies I'm going to bake.
Yeah, it looks like my daughter might leave us for Christmas. I'm so sad. It'll be the first time ever, but she's an adult in a pretty stable relationship. So, and his family is in Colorado. So they might go up to Colorado for Christmas. And so I'm sad, but also, it's part of life.
Extend Christmas and when she comes back, then you can celebrate.
Quite frankly, our bigger family holiday is Thanksgiving anyways. At Christmas, it's just us, and then we sit around the table and play board games. So it's okay,
Not bad.
But my husband's parents do Christmas Eve, so she would miss that too. So I told him, just keep an eye on the weather. It just scares me being out on the road in the snow.
Yes, I know. My aunt sent me pictures this morning. She's getting snow as we speak.
Yeah, snow definitely came early this season, right? So we'll see. I said, in a couple weeks, it might be gorgeous and you have no problems, or it might be a blizzard. So just play it by ear. You might have to decide 2 days before for sure if you're going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we shall see what happens. But new time in life. That's the time we're at.
This is very true.
I told her, I said, but I'm not supposed to not have to have you yet. You're not married. Once they get married, you accept that,
right.
They are no longer part of your nuclear family. They're starting their own, right? You're now extended family, but you're not married yet. Gosh doggone it.
Yep.
or in a permanent relationship even, right? I don't care if you have the certificate, but you know.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm like, but fine, whatever.
I don't look forward to those days. I mean, I do
No.
and I don't.
Same. No, I get you. I said I go back and forth between I want them out of the house now and I hope they never leave.
Yep. I got a ways to go, I know, but it's just like I feel like they grow up so fast, and it's
It
just
happens fast. Yeah,
like,
it
no,
does.
stop.
Yeah, yeah. And then also go away and leave me alone. It's like both those things together.
Yes.
And they just
Yep.
circle each other. Yeah. Sorry if you're hearing a thing. I just turned my kettle on so I can make some more tea. Let's see. Yay, woot thing baking 30% into New Beginnings for Christmas by Sally Page. Oh wow, not only did it jump that time, it disappeared for a minute.
Oh wow. We were at Christina's. I finished the one part of the admin I was working on, made the bed, and I read 2 whole chapters. Woohoo!
Yes. Yeah, I didn't do any Heartless Hunter yesterday because I'm trying to finish this ebook, which I'm almost done with. And then I have like an hour left, so I've got to get that done. And then I will do Heartless Hunter. So good, you're catching up. Yay, I'm so excited.
I'm already behind on this.
On Heartless Hunter? Oh, on that one. It's only day 5. Come on, Alicia.
I haven't read day 2. I'll probably do it today. Among
there you go.
Bazillion lists.
Gotta catch up. And Greg says, okay, I figured out the answer to the question, and I think I'm taking Kelly's cue and quitting after 500 words. I just got 511 words. So you did it. Hey, but you solved that thing you were going to send to future Greg. So that's a big accomplishment right there. Yep, for sure. Molly, Alicia, brain dump needed? Yeah.
That's my ramblings. When I do ramblings, I just type everything out. Yep. That's my 262 words. I still have a few things to get out of my brain, but I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, I have to do that too. I understand completely. I'm like double using my tea bags, and I'm like, are we that poor? Do I need to do that? And then my husband reads new report about, stuff, government stuff. And I'm like, yeah, we need to save all the money we can. I want to spend all that money on dinner tomorrow. We got to. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to learn how to plant vegetables, and I don't know. Anyways, congrats, Greg. Greg says, thanks. Molly says, woo, Christina. Greg says, I need a weekend to reset my brain. Yeah, someday. Someday I'll get one of those.
I gotta wait until New Year's to reset my brain.
The thing is, my brain doesn't reset, so I don't know how to make it happen. Christina says, next sprint, I'm going to try to clear 9 tabs. More admin. You can do it. Get it done.
You got this. You got this.
Yep. As Brosel, I finished the proofreading from yesterday, but didn't start my own work for uni yet. Well, we got 2 more sprints, man. You've got time.
Yep.
You got time. Like I said, I didn't start my writing yet, but I've got 2 more sprints. I can do it. Christina says they also have a college, but it's a small one. It must be small if your population goes up in the summer, right? Instead of during the school year. Christina says hi to Asbrosel. And Molly says hi to Asbros. Do we have the L in there or not the L? Is that a 1 and not an L? Somebody help me. Molly says, laughs at Christina. Molly, I opened 9 last sprint, so we're almost the same. Excellent. 9 tabs, I'm assuming she means. Red, we'll be a quiet Christmas here. Yeah, that's what we usually do. We don't even, because we have the big fancy dinner over at my in-laws' place on the 24th. So on Christmas, we open our presents and then we eat really bad food. Like, I'm not kidding. We get bowls of chips and dip, and we usually make queso. And then last year, I also, because Jenna just got the air fryer, so I got like a lot of frozen egg rolls, and we put those in there. And then we had bowls of candy. Like, we eat crap all day long. No formal meal. Just get up and grab a snack when you want it. And we play board games. And usually watch Firefly. For some reason, we have Firefly on and play board games. Yeah.
That sounds like a good time to me.
That's our family. That's the nice part about them being older, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as big of a thing. And they don't wake up at 5 a.m. and want their presents opened.
Yeah, my kids, Ironically, up until probably last year or the year before, my kids, we had to wake them up because we were the first ones up, even though we, did our thing and then went to sleep, and then we were always the first ones up. And then I think last year, Lorelai was like,
Something clicked.
"Mommy, Santa has been here," and I was like, "Okay, well, go open your stocking, and then we'll get up." And then
That's
so
what we
now,
always did too. Go grab your stocking. We'll be there in a minute.
yep. And then there was one year my son woke up before the sun came up, and I was like, "You can play in your room, but you cannot come out until the sun is up." And so he was like, "Okay." I was like, "Dear God."
And I make cinnamon rolls that morning. Not always, for the past 3 years. I make cinnamon rolls. So we'll have that for breakfast.
I
That's
should
a
do
good
that for
2-day
this year.
thing to get them rising and everything. It's really fun. I got a yummy homemade recipe. But even out of the can is what we had forever, right? Until I learned how to make my own bread, and kids didn't complain. Except now they know what homemade is and they won't go back. That's the sad part about discovering something yummy. Then you never want the other thing again, you know?
Exactly. Yep.
Let's see. Asbros, I will be baking on the weekend and I will just start with one recipe and after that decide what I want to continue with. So no actual planning involved, more mood choices. Ooh, I like that. There are some things I can just bake because I have enough stuff in my pantry to do that. But I always need to make sure I have, lemons and oranges for like zest. And, there's always some fresh things that I need to have available.
I think my biggest, I think I have a generalized idea of what cookies I'm going to bake. It's just a matter of, do I want to make the whiskey cookies or not this year? Because those take the most time. I have to soak the dates in whiskey for 24 hours before I can even start baking.
Well, that doesn't take time. That just means you have
So,
to set it on the counter, Like it takes space.
yeah.
Because you
That's
can make
just
the other ones while those things are soaking. I mean, that sounds delicious. I think you should make those.
I
Except
absolutely love
nobody in
whiskey.
my family will eat raisins. No one. I'm the only one.
Oh, these cookies have dates, raisins, and walnuts.
Nobody in my family except me would eat them. I make raisin bread homemade as well, but I'm
Oh,
the only one who eats it and it makes 2 loaves. So I always keep the 1 loaf for myself because I'll eat for breakfast all week. And then I
uh-huh.
take the other one and give it to the neighbors because nobody in I won't eat 2. And my neighbors or nobody in my family will eat the raisins.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, but it's delicious and y'all are missing out.
Right?
Uh, let's see. And you put the raisins in while it's proofing. So it's not like I could leave half without raisins, right? It's not just a
That's
filling.
true.
It's actually in the dough. So I'm
Yep.
like, well, fine, you miss out. Ooh, maybe I'll make some because I was like, we didn't know what to give as a gift for Jenna's not in-laws, right? I was like, we could just do some baking and stuff. So maybe I'll do the raisin bread. That way I get one and they can have one.
There you go. Problem solved.
Look at that. It works perfect. Oh, I love it. Let's see.
It's 17 degrees here with snow and ice on the ground, says Molly. Yikes.
No, thank you. It was 47 and it was cold enough. Thank you very much.
Right?
Molly's nice. What recipe? The Cinnabon recipe. I will find it and put it in Discord. The book. I actually got it. There's a book. It's like baking for beginners or something. And 90% of the bread I make is from that book. It taught me
Is
how to
it
bake
an
bread,
all
and I
white
love it.
cover?
No, it has bread on the cover. It's like a yellowish brown cover.
Oh,
I
no.
can find it. Mine is like beat up and covered, and it's like covered in flour. And because I have used that book, and now Xander wanted to learn how to make bread, so now I've started teaching Xander using that book, how to make bread. So
Ooh.
it's just he's decided he wants to be the bread person in his friend group. So
There you go. You will never be without bread.
That's right. And we keep telling him, even if you don't do it all right, you still have bread. It might not be the yummiest bread ever, but it's still bread.
Yep. Yep.
It's really hard to mess it up. It's just like beer. Beer's the same way. Like you can't really mess up beer. Maybe it could be, taste better or not taste as good, but you can't really mess it up. When you're done, it's still beer. And bread's like that too. Bread is still bread. When you're done, it's bread. And Christina says, cherish those years, Alicia. Well, it sounds like she is. I mean, she does tons of things with her kids. That's one thing too. Like I'm always saying, I wish I'd never quit work, but I can't regret the time I have with my kids. So it's a,
Yeah.
it's a,
Yep. I do miss going to work sometimes because I feel like I should be contributing more. But at the same time, like, we're doing all right. So by me staying home and making sure that they have what they need, then I'm good.
You are contributing, you're just not contributing financially. And that's what always hits us
Yeah.
too, because we live in this, fiercely we're end stage capitalism. So it feels like you have no value if you're not contributing financially. Right.
Right.
So it's a struggle. I understand completely. Greg says, it took me a little while of being an adult to recognize that childhood Christmases weren't coming back. Right? Look, I can't wait for grandkids because I'm taking them to Disney World because it's not the same without kids, and I can't wait.
Right.
So I'm excited. Aspros, we have a family recipe for Christmas cookies with orange flavor. I will start those. I love those. I have an orange one with rosemary in it. Try adding rosemary to the orange. It's so good. It's amazing how much difference that makes. You won't have to change a darn thing. Just add some, not too much. It's rosemary. So it's very strong, and chop it up nice and small. Molly says, good plan. Raisin bread, I'm assuming. Annette says, one review down. It's always harder when you didn't love the book. For sure. For sure. It's harder when you didn't love the book. Yep. I agree. Christina says, see, I don't know if I could do that, Alicia. One chapter a day. I would save them up and read a large section or just read the whole thing. I'm usually pretty good when I start something and then I lose interest. That's what'll happen. Now, if it was one story a day, I think it would be easier.
Yeah, I think that's where this, like, it's a neat idea, but like I'm tempted to just open them all up and then just read.
Yeah, it needs to be one story a day. That would work better.
Yeah, if it was like you said, if it was an anthology, this would be fine, but
yeah,
it's not. It's all one story.
Yeah, Molly says, Annette, yes, I don't want to tank a book, but really some of them I kind of resent the author for putting me through it. Same. You know how mad I get, Molly? I'm like, dude, I have a limited amount of time. You just wasted my time. I get so mad. But I don't only get mad at the author unless it's indie published. Right. I tend to get mad, and I'm not as mad at indie because they have less resources. I know personally.
Right.
But I get really mad with the traditional publishers. I'm like, dude, you had all these editors and all of these people to help you make your story. You had your agent, you had these editors, you had all of this, and this is what you gave me? I get so mad. Yep. Yeah, you're not the only one, Molly. I do too. Which means, but that's not fair to write in a review, except I don't think it's fair to write in a review, so I have to calm down before I can write the review.
True. Yep.
Because I don't mean to rant. I did that once, and quite frankly, it was on Twist. That book was nothing like it was supposed to be, and I was so angry. And this is award-winning author, and I was so angry with the wasted time. I gave it a 1 star, and I ranted in the review. And that one has got more likes on Goodreads than any other review I've ever done.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, oh great. Me who tries to be as positive as possible all the time. Now this big negative review is the one that get. So yeah, I try to calm down before I write it. Christine says, well, I don't know if the census includes the college kids, but a lot of adults go to further their education. So some are. Gotcha. And Greg, I find that this year it is, and I need to move my thing. I mean, I'm glad the sun's back though, so I'm not complaining. I find that this year is an unavoidable conclusion that my childhood Christmas won't come back. It's finally irrefutable. Yep. Molly, yeah, it's one of those realizations everyone has to have eventually, but once you do, you can figure out something new. Yep, I agree. Try tabletop games and crappy food. I'm telling you, it was awesome. Lindsay, Alicia, your cookies sound amazing.
They are delicious.
And yeah, they really do. I want one of those. I want all the fruits. It's like fruitcake in a cookie. And by the way, fruitcake can be really good. It's just the packaged gross thing that sits on, that's not good. But homemade fruitcake is actually pretty dang good. Molly says your neighbors will miss it though. Oh, I'm sure they have plenty of baking. I'll give them another one later. Molly says, I hope you're right, Greg. And Christina laughs at Molly. I have more open than that, but I need those to go away. 30 tabs, 9 to 10 stay open, 2 are current sprints. Yeah, I usually have about a dozen open. Except on TBR, as the TBRs start to go through, like they are at the beginning of the month. Then I have a ton of them because I freaking love the TBR games. They make me happy.
Uh-huh.
All right. And Charles is popping in my lunch break to say hi and love the like button. Thank you, Charles. It's so good to
Hello.
see you. And Annette says rosemary and orange sounds interesting. I don't bake, but I might be tempted. It's so good. I couldn't believe what a difference it made in my orange cookies. So highly recommend. Sometimes just throwing an herb in with one of the fruit ones makes all the difference in the world. Like with your fruit ones, I bet thyme would be so delicious in them.
Time.
Yeah, with the whiskey and all that. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. I'm gonna stop comments now so we can do our next sprint, and then I'll have to go back. So help me remember we're at Molly's comment after Charles.
Okay.
So at Molly's comment after Charles, I don't have a way to start, so I will try to remember it.
Neither do
And I know, right? Neither of us can do this right now.
I have my
I need to
mouse on.
figure out. It's one of the things I should next year do is try to figure out, because I can put the chats on the screen. I just haven't done that.
Huh.
And then figure out how to the OBS will pull the chats out, but I closed something I wasn't supposed to close. So I guarantee you my husband would know how to pull that back. And if I have the chats in OBS instead of looking at it through YouTube, I'll have more power. So
That's how I'm looking at it too.
exactly, right? Which is why it'll scroll and do crazy things. So yeah,
Nope.
I'll have Kevin fix that for me. That'll be the goal for next year, so I can have more control of chat. All right, here we go. Next sprint. And I'm writing this time after I move the thing. And there is our second sprint. And I did write this time. I got 270 words in, so about halfway. How'd you do, Alicia?
I got about 200 words before I went off on a. I need to make a list to go to Target.
I get it, man. Things get anxious and they become very important. I get it.
Yep. Yep.
So excellent, excellent. Let's see how chat did. Let's see. I was on Molly's comment, and Molly says, I do not miss work at all. That's because I've worked too hard for too little reward at shitty retail and food service jobs for 30 plus years. And all I have to show for it is broken body and yucko feelings. Yeah, I get that.
Yep.
I get that. Molly says, oh, Kelly, I would love to get your opinion on The Red Winter. It's the book I just finished that comes out in February. I will not get the reputation as the big negative reviewer. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I run a publishing company, for heaven's sakes. This is way more important than my reviewing. Annette, I'm heading into the busiest period of my work year, and I can't wait for Christmas Eve because it's the start of a week off. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds fabulous. My husband's work, they also get like Christmas Eve through New Year's off, and he had some days saved up, so he took another week off. So he's got 2 weeks off at Christmas. And a lot of people at Red Hat do that. So there's a lot of people. The company basically shuts down for a couple weeks.
That's kind of what Alan's job does. Like a lot of things, because he works with municipalities and different solid waste industry stuff, they don't do a whole lot around the holidays. So even though his company gives them days off, he also took days off. So he practically has those 2 weeks off because nobody's really doing anything. They're not buying trucks or anything. So
Yep. Nope, that I understand. That publishing takes December off basically. And then if you want to submit a book, do not submit it in December. And if you and in January, the editors are catching up on everything they missed in December. So they're not looking for new work then either. So don't send anything out in January either. Now, mind you, you're going to start with an agent, but the agents work on the same schedule that the editors do, So they're catching up on all of their current clients, not even looking for new ones. So I would not send anything out until at least February if you're looking to get something submitted. That does not count for like anthologies because they're actively looking for stuff, right? But for or magazines, any of those regular periodicals. But when it comes to books and the big publishers and stuff, don't even bother.
Yep. Fair enough.
And Molly says, hi, Charles. Good lunching. Christina says, laughed. And that said, rosemary and orange. It's a scent of our all-purpose cleaner. Not sure I could eat it. That would be so funny. That would be so funny.
If you use, I think the brand is called Grove. They do. It's like an orange and rosemary concentrate.
See, the combo is perfect. That's exactly how it works. That's so funny.
Yep.
And rosemary keeps ants away. Nothing keeps ants away here. I'll tell you that right now. Not these fire ants. There's no keeping them away. Oh, we play whack-a-mole. We poison one thing and they show up somewhere else. Then we poison that thing. I put stuff across the yard too. There's no. Now when it comes to sugar ants, that's a whole different story, right?
Cinnamon sticks. They say if you take a cinnamon stick and shove it down into the ground next to the ant hole, they will disappear.
With the fire ants?
Any kind of ant, I think.
I don't know. These fire ants are unique.
I have fire ants. I'll test it and let you know.
There you go. I will say the cinnamon stick is more expensive than the poison I buy, though. Cinnamon sticks are not cheap. I'd rather just use the poison. I just have to watch it, though, because I have to make sure the dogs aren't out just in case. Benny's old enough now, he won't need it. But the puppy, she puts everything in her mouth. So
that's true.
I can't take that risk with her. Molly's like, oh, I didn't know that, Christina. Do you use essential oils? And Molly says, woot, Kelly. That's right. I got writing done. And Molly got to 58% into New Beginnings for Christmas.
Yay.
Ren made it to 53% in Brimstone. Wow, you are reading that fast.
How are you liking it so far now that you're halfway, ma'am?
Yeah. And then wait, your stomach started hurting, so now you're sipping green tea. Was it hurting because of the book? Hold on now. What's going on? What's happening?
You can't say that in the same sentence. I
So
need
Red says,
clarification, please.
so Red says, so we'll watch YouTube until I feel like, or trick myself into thinking I feel great. Yeah, you know, sometimes we just got to trick ourselves, don't we? And sometimes we just need to take a break. And most of the time, it's so unclear which way it is.
I know.
Which one am I
Right.
supposed to do? Asbro says, I opened the document, then got distracted. Well, you've seen Alicia and I, that's what we do too.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
but I
happens.
did get words done, and you did open the document, so you get words done next time.
That's half the battle.
That's right. Half the battle is actually getting here and being here. Annette got my second NetGalley review done, and I think I'm reviewed out for the day. Nicely done. Yeah, 2 in a day is a lot of thinking and planning, and it's a very different kind of writing. Ren says, but the good news is I got a new audiobook, The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson. Ooh, excellent. I have not read any Tiffany D. Jackson yet. I'm going to, though. I've got one set for this year. It's over there. The Weight of Ink, that Carrie retelling. So I've got that one up. Annette says, but the good news is, oh no, I read that, sorry. And Christina says, I did nothing. Well, I chatted. But Charles is headed back to work now, so next sprint, promise. Excellent. That's right. Get some stuff done. You got some tabs you gotta get done with. Ren says Brimstone is good and laughs. Nothing to do with the tummy ache. Okay, cool.
Okay,
all
good.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying.
You had us both worried. We're like, oh no, what happened? Who died? I mean, don't tell me, but who died?
Right?
Lindsay, very glad we don't have the fire ants in Scotland. Yes. Yeah, no, they are bad here. And the thing is, they're moving north because because they're from South America, right? And then traveled up Latin America and now got up here because the frost, it has to stay cold. The ground has to be frozen for a certain amount of time for them to die off. So they weren't in the north yet. But all the south in America, they're all over the south now. But as things are warming up, the frost is not staying long enough to kill them, so they keep going farther north. So they're manageable, but it's a constant management, right? You've got to constantly manage them. And always watch where you're walking, man. It takes 5 seconds for them to be up your leg.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Also, they float. So when it floods, be careful.
Oh, yes, I've seen them. Whole, ant hills, just all in a circle.
Whole colonies. Yeah, they'll just hold on to each other until they find you, and then they're like, woohoo, a hill. I'm not a hill. Get off me.
Yep.
And Ren says, but I want Kingfisher and Ceres to be a little less lovey-dovey. People are dying and doom is on our doorstep. Yeah, well, I mean, it is a book two. Book two almost always in romantasy ups the sex, right? So I have no doubt on that one, which is one of the part that bothers me about romantasy. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, the sex scenes are great, but like you said, you got to go fight too. What's going on here? Annette going to start a new book, The Privilege by Wu Zhao. It's another NetGalley arc and one of my translated books for your kid. Ooh. Is it Mandarin? I'm assuming that name is Mandarin. And Christina, we get our cleaning supplies from a company that uses natural oils and scents, as I am allergic to most dyes and perfumes added to them. Oh, that's going to be frustrating. Candles and laundry stuff too. Very sensitive sense of smell too.
Oof, yeah.
Molly, I am printing pieces of an Alice in Wonderland junk journal I will use to document my books for Down the Rabbit Hole-a-thon readathon. Oh, that sounds fun. Lindsay, new fear unlocked. Fire ants in a flood. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I have a picture somewhere.
Yeah, that's one of those things. We're in fire ant country and we get lots of floods. These are the things you have to worry about. And you get south of I-10, you also have, the crocodiles, or not crocodiles. We don't have crocodiles, alligators. So you have alligators. I know you've got some crocodiles in Florida, but it's still mostly alligators. But we don't have any crocodiles here. They're all alligators. And Ren says, and there's still a third book. They'll have time for sex later. Exactly. I'm like, you have your whole life for sex, okay?
This is very true.
Get with the story. I agree. That part does bother me. But half the people that read it, that's the only thing they read it for. So that's why they do it, right? So they can still sell the books.
Yep.
So I'm like, I need more, which is why those kind of books that are just about that drive me crazy. But Quicksilver was more than that. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Brimstone is also more than that, right? If I
It's
have
just
to,
what's included.
right, if I have to go through the sex scenes, fine. And I'm not against sex scenes. It's just that the story is more important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like long battle scenes either. It's
Mm-mm.
not just sex scenes. I don't like when they're in this great battle and it's taking forever. Um,
Yeah, it's not like they're doing it in slow motion.
yes, yes. Um, let's see. And Christina says it is Grove, Alicia. Grove's the brand, I guess she said.
Oh, yep. That's the one I use.
There you go. Ren, are red ants and fire ants the same? No.
No.
Here's the thing though. I don't know because those would be common names. So for South Africa, I don't know. Here we have a different ant that's a red ant, right? In South Africa, I have no idea what your common name is. I did a bug ID class that was so fun. So we got to pull them up and we took the different ants so we could ID them. So they're distinct from the red ant, but again, that is a common name, and I don't know
So Google
what they are in
says
South
that
Africa.
red ants and fire ants are not the same, although the fire ants are a type of red ant. The key difference is that the fire ants have a painful, venomous sting and are aggressive, while the wild ant is a broad term for many species and is less aggressive and does not sting in the same way. So one's aggressive, one's not.
There you go. Yeah, the red ants are dicks.
Yeah.
And Annette says, laughs at Ren. And about the sex stuff, not the ants, I'm sure. Christina says, if I use regular laundry soap or any dryer sheets, I feel like I have fire ants crawling all over me. Yeah. I'm
Ooh,
starting to
need that.
develop a lot of sensitive skin as I get older, and I don't like it. It's very frustrating. I've always had eczema, but it's under control. But it's starting to be not in control. So getting old is so much fun.
Also, for Molly, who said she was printing pieces of Alice in Wonderland for her junk journal, check out either the washi tape store or Journal Say. They have washi tape or PE tape with pre-cut stickers of Alice in Wonderland. So that might be helpful for you.
Something to add to what you're cutting out. That sounds awesome.
Yep.
All right, let's do this last sprint. I'm about halfway there. It is within reach. I know I can do it. So let's get these last words in. Here we go. And there is our last sprint. Looks like Alicia's on the phone with her dad, I'm gonna guess. So, oh, off the phone. I love it. I was like, are you on the phone with your dad?
I was.
Yeah. You're like, Dad, it's a sprint. Leave me alone. I got 580 words in. So yay, I
Woohoo!
made it. So yay, I did it. So 3 sprints again. We'll see how successful I am on Monday after a busy weekend. But so far it's working. I'm gonna keep it at 500 because it was close, right? So I'm gonna keep it at 500 next week. But I wrote more today than yesterday, so hopefully I can keep it up and then I'll up it the week after. So excellent. Let's see.
I spent that sprint partially on the phone with my dad and partially sending a message to a seller on eBay because I bought an ornament and it's supposed to be this ornament, like a police car Dodge Charger. So I opened the box to make sure that everything was in order, it wasn't broken or anything.
Uh-huh.
Does that look like a police car to you?
Nope, somebody put the wrong thing in the wrong box.
That does not look like a police car to me. So I emailed them and I said, listen, I ordered, this is what I ordered, and this is what I arrived. This is what arrived today. So please advise because I would like the correct ornament.
What do we do now?
Now I'm waiting to hear back because while my son and my husband would like a train, I'm pretty sure my husband wants a all-in-one piece police car. That's why we ordered it because he is broke. Oh my god. Like, did you not check before you send?
Apparently they did not.
So, yes.
It'd be interesting if they got that and they went to resell it and they never checked. So they don't even have a police car. They're just going to have to refund you.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Hopefully they
Molly's.
didn't like put the cop car with the train and then they sold it and then they're like, what the hell is this?
Yep. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't do eBay. I rarely do Etsy. I just did it with the peanut butter taco because you recommended.
You probably saw me on screen going, what is this?
No, Alicia, I was busy writing.
Well, I was doing a lot of that. I opened it and I was like, yeah. What? I'm sorry, what?
And that's the thing, though. As soon as your brain goes off track, forget it. Yeah. Maybe that's why it's the train. It's to keep you on track, Alicia.
Well, it derailed. It derailed hardcore.
You're like, opposite effect. Yes. Oh, Christina agrees that as she gets older, it's getting worse and worse too. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, getting old. So much fun. Molly got 84% into her book. Nicely done. That's the next thing I'm going to do is finish this book. I'm almost done. I need to get it done. And Ren says the green tea worked. Thanks for sprints. Oh, yay. I'm glad your stomach's better now.
Yay.
Very cool. All right. Y'all were awesome. We're running late today. But I got my words in, so I'm happy. And Alicia has some problems she now has to solve. You're like, I didn't sign up for these problems.
No, this is one less thing I need to worry about. I mean, now I get to make my list and do some budgeting and try to focus on other things. But
yeah, I'm gonna finish this book and I gotta do dishes. Are you getting groceries? Excellent. All right. Y'all were amazing. I'm going to cut this short, like I said, since we're already running late. And we will be back on Monday, 8 a.m. Central, where I shall get in another 500 words. I'm feeling like a writer again. And
I'm almost there.
Almost. You're like, I'm getting there. And then you have Sprint Sunday, right?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Sprint Sunday. And if anyone is on Twitch, if you go to twitch.tv/2dorks.tv, let me see if I can do this in here. Twitch.tv/2dorks.tv. Nope, I forgot the // Hold on. There we go. Twitch.tv. That's right, yeah?
Maybe.
Twitch.tv/2xtv. Yes, that's right.
All right. This link here, it is a charity stream. So all day long they are playing games and they're doing they're probably doing the squats right now. We should we should give them $100 real quick. All the money that they raise for this goes to Toys for Tots. They do it every single year. They're one of our community people. We adore them. We participate. Are you participating at all today? Okay. Well, he needed people for D&D, but it's during my book club, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Normally participate, but I'm just too busy this year, so I did not have time. But they play a bunch of games, have a bunch of fun, and right now they are doing, for every $5 you donate, they'll do a squat. Last year they did like 230 some odd squats.
So many
Wow.
things.
So it's awesome. We get to torture them and donate money
Donate at the same time.
for Toys for Tots. And it's cool because the way they have it set up, you donate directly to Toys for Tots. You're not giving them money and then they have to send it, right? So you know exactly where your money's going. So if you're in the holiday spirit and you want to be entertained today, I would highly recommend checking them out. And then your
There you
Sprint
go.
Sunday, right?
Yes, Sprint Sunday video possibly out tomorrow. Yes.
Nice.
Because
Yeah, I need to film. I need to film my 26 and 26. Ooh. So I'm gonna film that, and that should go out Saturday too. So excellent. And Puppy's biting me. She obviously needs more walks. All right.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you Monday or anytime in between, but definitely Monday.